You're gonna have to do something.
Do something after, but it ain't balanced. Confession is 7 on Wild 94.1.
What's up,
Confessions
y'all?
is 7, Confessions AT7 at wild941.com. Comes from a no name. It says, Dear Freak Show, this is a story about my almost wife that I'm writing you about. 10 years ago, I broke up with my then girlfriend who had a beautiful baby daughter who I spent about 8 years getting to know. She was the sweetest little girl and grew into a super smart and independent young lady. I was there for her high school graduation and was really the only father figure she knew through her formative years. I hated that her mom and I ended, but I found my wife and have an incredible family now, so it all worked out. That little girl is now a beautiful 25-year-old and is about to marry herself. She called me out of the blue to invite me and my wife to her ceremony and asked if I would walk her down the aisle. My wife assumed that I would say no, but I really would like to. Here lies the problem. My wife said if I do, she isn't going. Which, here lies the problem. It makes no sense to me. I think that she would want to be right there to make sure that she sees all that happens since it's a past part of my life. If she's going this needless angry route, it really is going to make it hard for me to do this for this young lady who is looking at me like I'm a father figure. I don't get the jealousy. Do I follow my heart or do I stay at home with my heart?
Yeah, you can't miss out on the wedding. I mean, that's such a big moment in her life and yours as well. I don't understand. I also agree. I don't understand the whole jealousy thing. Everybody has a past. I mean, are we over that at this moment? I mean, you were a stepfather to a child.
Yeah, this is a very honorable thing to even be asked to do.
Right.
To walk somebody down the aisles.
Don't be petty.
I understand kind of where the wife is coming from, but I don't understand the jealousy part. It is weird, but the jealousy part of it, that's something that you got to get over.
The thing that I'm thinking about is if you were the last real relationship she had, like like you went on and found a wife. She didn't find another dude, because that might be what the wife is looking at. The wife is like, so wait, so you're the last one. Like, we have a whole life.
Yeah.
And this woman wants you to come back and play daddy at the wedding for her daughter. Like, she can't find nobody, because if she can't, that means that you're still the best option.
It's not the wife.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but no, I'm saying the wife that's at home who's like, wait a minute, I'll go with you to this wedding, but you're not gonna walk her down the aisle, because now that puts you in the circle over there. Like, why is this woman just, you know what I'm saying? She's calling the ex.
Yeah.
She ain't got no man.
That's not your problem.
But I'm sure that's what the wife is thinking about, though.
Oh, for sure. And it is kind of weird for, like, him to still be the father figure in her life.
After all these years, he said he left 10 years ago when it's been 8 years, whatever. So, what was she, 18? Now, like, 7 years later, he gets the phone call, walk me down the aisle. Like, that's,
I think it's really
sweet.
It's really sweet and thoughtful that they're trying to bring the family back together, even though, divorces happen. Things go on with your life. But big moments like this, I think it's nice to involve somebody that was such a big important person in your life. I mean, some step parents, after they divorce, are just out of it for the rest of your life. Why can't you be more involved?
Okay, so you are with your significant other, your man, and that ex calls him to say, hey, walk this baby down the aisle.
The one that you helped raise. Okay.
Are you okay with that? Is that okay to bring it into your marital home? 888-429-0941. She says no. He wants to go. What do you do in this situation? We got it after.
I think, honestly, good morning, happy people, Empire family. I know, y'all ain't seen nothing from us from last week. We're sorry, we was busy, we was lifing. We was really lifing. It's not like we don't life every day, but we were lifing. And for this particular incident, I think that he helped raise this girl for 8 years. 8 years of her life. Like, yeah, maybe this is the closest person that she ever felt, some kind of connection with, because her mom could have a man, but the man that her mom has might not be that father figure that this dude was. And now it's like, okay, she's ready to get married, and she wants him to walk her down the aisle because guess what? You was that father figure for her, the one that just stood out. I think he should walk her down the aisle. I really do. I don't see nothing wrong with it, because he was there a vast majority of her life. I don't understand it. I really don't. But hey, it is what it is. You know, some people just be like, no. But him and the mom don't talk. They're not in a relationship. It's been 10 years, 10. And him and his wife has been together. They got kids. They got a family. They got all these things. So I don't get the jealousy. I don't get the jealousy on the wife's behalf. I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think, Empire family? Just join me today as we continue on our way on this great Monday morning. It's fall-like weather. It's cooling down. It's in the 60s. And tomorrow is supposed to be in the 40s when you wake up. Oh my gosh. Come on, Florida. It's time to cool off. It's time to do it, baby. It's time to do it. All right, we'll be back with y'all in a little bit. Bye. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy people. What it do, what it do, what it do. Y'all. It's a new week, so we're going to get out here and make this money. You know, my favorite saying, if you're not grinding, you're not shining. But hey, let me drop something new for you. In this thing called life, you have to bet on yourself. And when you place that bet on yourself, then you have to make sure that you win. So you can't be out here taking risk and then not going through with the risk that you're willing to take. So you need to bet on yourself, because when you bet on yourself, you're going to ensure that you don't lose. People out here betting on football games, betting on baseball games, basketball games, gambling their lives away, and taking all these unnecessary risks. But when you bet on you, baby, you know you're going to come through. You know you're going to always put your best foot forward to get everything accomplished and done. Now, don't think that you're not going to fail, because failures, minor setbacks, makes for a great comeback. You might fail the first time around, but keep trying until you fall into success. Because Rome wasn't built in a day, and it took Jesus 7 days to complete the world. It took 7 days for God to create everything in the world. So you're not going to get there overnight. Success does not come overnight. There's always a cost for becoming successful. That means you have to go through trials and errors to get there. And in doing all these things, you also got to remember, you've got to keep God number one. You got to stay steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the word of the Lord. Because without God, you can't do anything. People out here just living life and not living life to have an end goal. Living life to become successful in something. You know, you just walking through this world, sucking up air. It's okay to be a parent. It's okay to be a mom. It's okay to be a dad. It's okay to be a husband or a wife. But at some point in life, you got to say, I've got to build a career and have a strong foundation for myself. And that's where we at in life. We're like, we're building strong and sound foundations because we want something different. And in order to get something different, you got to do something different. You got to entangle with different people. You got to get out there and have that mindset of, I'm going to accomplish this goal that I've set. And when you set these goals for yourself, don't set them too high. Don't set the bar too high that you can't achieve them. You always want to set one goal at a time. So when you achieve that goal, you can cross that one out and say, okay, on to the next. You know, Babe and I had a very successful weekend. You know, it was very stressful at first because it's like we took on something new. And we didn't know how it was going to turn out. And it turned out well. We met new people. We did new things. We found new ways of doing things. We tried something different. Because in order to get a different result, you got to try a different thing. So out there on this great Monday morning, as you're preparing your day to go to work, if you're off, if you're just chilling, whatever it is that you're doing, set that mindset that I'm going to encourage myself. I am going to bet on me. I'm going to put all my money on me and see what that's going to bring me. All right, y'all. I'm up out of here. I just wanted to get that out there to you. Bye. Do something. Hey.
Out there working at Assistant Angels. She's always bumping the Freak Show. She's having a birthday today, so I want to say hi and happy birthday to you. All right, this comes from a Gardner. This confession, it actually is signed One Rose Gardner. I don't know if that means that it's a Gardner with one flower, but that's what they signed it as, One Rose Gardner. It says, "Can I tell your Freak Show about the most embarrassing phone call I've ever had? For context, I'm a single mom of 3. I live in Polk County. I listen to you guys every day. And this mess begins because my mom, who lives on the same land, picks up my kids for me and drops them at our house when I'm at work. My oldest is 14 years old, and I also have a 9-year-old and a 4-year-old. My mom gets them in the house, and then she goes back to her house next door every day. Then I call a couple of times to check in on them before I get home just after 5 o'clock. I'm on the phone with my oldest, and my youngest is screaming to get my attention on the phone. I hear him. Under his screaming, it's a faint buzzing sound that sounds like clippers. Scares any mom to think that he has clippers because he's cut his hair before and we don't play with those anymore. I ask, what is that noise? And my oldest says he's playing with that flower thing again. I have no idea what he's talking about, and then he says it's the red flower thing. He makes that annoying noise when we get home all the time from school. It hit me. He wasn't playing with his toy. He was playing with my toy out of the nightstand. I had my mom immediately drop what she was doing and run over to the house, and she walks in, and he's running around with my toy, and it's on full blast. The look she had when I walked into her house to retrieve my toy was the harshest look I've ever gotten from my mom. Needless to say, all buzzy things now are in a shoebox high up in the closet. One embarrassed, one Rose Gardner.
Yeah, that's yeah. What?
Why do you women feel like that is a safe place to put that?
Well, obviously it's not the best place, but where else am I going to put it?
They put it there because it's close.
For easy access?
Because they don't move afterwards. It's like, it's still there. But the realistic part about it is that if you think there's any part of your house that your child hasn't opened up a drawer or looked in, your child probably knows more about your house than you do. You think you've hidden something. Anything around the holidays or whatever, your kids know where stuff is because they are always opening up stuff.
My kids don't open up my nightstand.
Are you crazy?
They haven't opened up the nightstand.
I bet you they have.
Meredith, your nightstand is not a lockbox.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You know damn well your kids are opening up stuff.
Why do you feel that way?
I don't know.
And then there with Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony's watching the game.
Right.
Every dad parents like the Kevin Hart bit where he sits on the couch when he hears something, he's like, hey, y'all better
mess in her room. She was chilling in bed, and I opened up her nightstand, and it was this round ball. I don't think I've ever talked about this. Poor thing. Hope she's not listening. And it was, I was playing with it. She was right there, and it started, and then she looked at me, and I go, what is this? She goes, oh, it's a massager. I go, really? And I put it on my neck. I'll never forget.
She's like, no. Let mommy clean that first.
Yeah. No, she let me just put it back. She didn't take it from me. She didn't want to freak me out.
Right, and that's probably why she didn't say to her son, take that away from him.
Yeah.
That's not what he's supposed to, blah, blah, blah. You tell the mom to go over there and get it. And she's like, oh, let me play with this. Oh, let me take it away. But apparently the kid's been running around with it after school because his older brother says, hey, he been playing with that toy again. So he knows that he plays with it and then puts it back before mommy gets home.
Let's pray that it's clean, first of all.
You know, Dave.
Mommy, I found your lightsaber.
Wait, they went through and said, what happened to kids not being allowed in their parents' bedroom?
Yeah, I mean,
no, that don't work. Not if they at home by themselves. They running around the house.
Especially if mommy's not home. You know how many things I've found in my mom's room? Like,
you went snooping around?
Oh, I would always go snooping around because me and my brothers were so bad. My mom would take stuff from us because we were bad. Yeah. So we would have to go in her drawers to look for them. And damn, I think I just realized that I found my mom's
See, there you go. There you go. See,
I thought it was a massager this entire time.
It was
Bro, I was young and I found all kinds in my mom and dad's room. Because when they were home, I go in there and lay in their bed.
Yeah.
And then I go in there and look for snacks because they had a little fridge. So they always had Snickers in it. So I would open up the fridge, try and get one of them cold Snickers, like little bitty Snickers. And then I found out that my dad had, because back in the day, in the old days, they used to put weed in film containers.
Oh, the black ones, yeah.
The little black containers.
Yes, yeah.
And so I was like, what's in this container? I opened it up, I'm like, it's like tea, like oregano or something. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
And I just put it back in there. I'm like, ain't no chocolate in here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was always looking for it.
Dude, even when I used to stay at my uncle's house, I found my uncle's bong. I didn't even know what it was.
I used to think those was candles.
I thought it was the coolest toy
like
ever.
an incense holder. I was like, this is like...
I waited for my uncle to get home, and it was green. It was lime green. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. When he came, I'm like, hey, Uncle Johnny, what is this? Thinking it's like a vase or something. He's like, no, that is not to play with.
No, do not play with that right there. All right, wait, listen, we're getting...
Good morning, happy people. Y'all, it's cold outside this morning. It is really cold outside this morning. Y'all, this just be too funny. It was too funny, the single rose. Y'all know what the single rose is? What's up, girl?
Tired.
You tired? Why you tired?
No, I'm gonna sleep.
You wanna go? Oh, girl. Ain't no sleeping now. It's school time now. Yes, girl, it's school time. Shoot, I'm hungry. Oh, I'm so hungry, my stomach growling. It's making its way to my back. But y'all, it's Tuesday, and this is Therapy Tuesday. And, you know, it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a wonderful day. Kids do the darndest things. That's all I can say. And me looking at you all crazy. Jamisa said she got her report card, y'all. She got all A's and 3 B's. Yeah, I'm telling you. This school year going by fast. What do you say?
Yeah.
I think it's going by fast. They getting their first report cards. Before we know it, it'll be December. And then, boom, blink again, and school's out. Ooh, Jesus, thank you, Father. But y'all, we're going to get back with y'all in a little bit, and talk to y'all later.
Now everybody go to breakfast. Shayo. Choco power for the result, though. Nothing to discuss, cause I take win by default, and without any doubt, though. I'm a me happy adult, though. I no go feed the guys out, though. I'm a mindless with the talk, though. I put my life into my job, and appreciate my love, oh. I know holy, and I know that get both. Like the Bible